Hey, Chaplain Jim here, and we are going to talk a little bit today about spiritual fitness. Hey, yesterday I was going through some of my books and came across a old manual that we used in the military. It was called the Spiritual Fitness Manual, and a lot of people over these last few weeks have been looking for a miracle, but not expecting one. We pray for one, but not really thinking it would happen. Well, folks, I think a miracle has happened. I think a miracle did happen, and a miracle is even still going to happen. Now, why do I think that? Well, the numbers that were originally projected, we were looking at one to 3,000 deaths from this coronavirus. And people started praying. People started looking to their spiritual health. People started praying for cure, praying for those who were suffering, those who were dying. And God came and showed up. Yes, we still may have 60,000 people projected to die by August. That is a far cry from 200,000. We are seeing a miracle and God working in the lives of those who turn to Him. So, what I want us to do over this next few days, I want to talk to us about our spiritual fitness and our spiritual health. Not just the health when we are battling a virus, but our health overall, our spiritual health, because there is a battle that goes on all the time against our bodies. And we are all of us are going to die. But are we ready? Are we spiritually fit enough that when those hard times come, that we are ready to hit the ground running spiritually and fight and be ready to do what God has called us to do, whatever that case may be. So over the next few days, we're going to go over some of the things that you can do right now to get yourself spiritually fit, so when the next crisis comes, you will be ready. We're going to talk about prayer, and we're going to talk about the spiritual fitness from study and renewing our minds. We're going to talk about having those armor that we can use for whatever battle comes towards us. We can also go to remembering what certain things are in our lives, what leadership is. What is it to be a spiritual leader in a time of crisis? So I want to go over those topics within the next week. Now this is Friday, and I try to tell a joke about Friday, so I'm going to talk a little bit about my daughter. Now my daughter is one of the most one of the most resilient people that I know. She has bounced back from a lot of adversity, and yet when she was small, we wasn't quite sure about what she was doing. And I have this tendency to pray before I ever preach. I will go to a pulpit and I will look up to God and I will ask God, Father, please, whatever I say, let someone get something from it that is positive and they can use in their lives. Well, my daughter, she was about 5 or 6 years old. She said, Daddy, why do you do that every time? And I said, well, honey, I just want to make sure that God is hearing our prayers. And she said to me with a stern look on her face, and she says, Daddy, God doesn't always answer your prayers, does he? And that was from a child. And sometimes when we pray, we aren't expecting God to work. We aren't expecting that miracle. We pray for it, but we don't expect it to happen. So look at your prayers this week. Look back at what you've been praying for the last month. And I bet you will see that your prayers were answered and a miracle happened. Hey, this is Chaplain Jim, and I love to come to you as much as I can. I hope these words of encouragement are fitting for your life today. And so, from having a few moments with your chaplain, God bless you all. Remember, centurionschaplain.org. Come and visit us, or like us on Facebook. We'd like to hear from you all. God bless, and have a great, great weekend.